Welcome to Bastard Quest. I'm your game bastard, Kyle.
I think I'm Todd.
Corey.
Austin.
Feeling much better this week.
Good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were, had a bit of the...
Thresh.
Yes.
Yeah, I had to go to the Ozarks to recover at a healing spa.
Hot springs, huh?
Yeah. No, it does blow my mind that, circa late 1800s, if you got sick, they just sent you just someplace with hot springs.
Yeah, rub mercury on it. That was their cure for it. Well, do you have any opium?
You need to move out west for the dry air. Is that going to fix my tuberculosis? Not at all.
No.
You'll live an extra week.
So we're playing G.I. Joe this week.
We are. We're so good at this. I was thinking about this the other day. So when we started the podcast, we're 30 some odd episodes in, I think, at this point.
I'm bad at math, sure.
So we talked early on about our gaming experience. Todd, Austin, and I are definitely not as experienced as Kyle.
Novices?
Yeah, Kyle's been playing like most of his life, but
Yes. Yeah, at this point, yeah.
But my question is, at this point, do you think we are experts?
No. Okay. And let me break that down.
Let me emphasize how much you are not.
Not just no, but in no way, shape, or form would I consider any of you good at this.
Okay. Got it. So
It's ironic that before we started recording, we were talking about an advanced aging process for bourbon. And now it's like we're bourbon that's been in for like a week.
Right.
Yes, yeah. I need to put you in a time machine, take you back to like 1973.
So you're not going to invite us to Gen Con.
No, when I go to Gen Con and talk to
If
to
you
real
saw us
nerds,
there, would you just like act like you didn't know?
I would not. I would. Do you know those guys? I don't know who the fuck that is.
It would totally be like a high school moment where the jock who's actually secretly friends with the nerd is like, I don't know that kid.
How would somebody push you down? Yeah. No, you know, it's funny. I've gone to Gen Con multiple times over the past 20 years, and only recently have I actually started playing role-playing games at Gen Con.
Oh, really?
Before, I would always play just the most hardcore board
pick up
games.
sticks and
Yeah.
Caterpillar.
For a minute, I thought you were going to say, I've gone numerous times over the years, and not once did I wish you guys were there with me.
Aw.
That's true. But no, yeah. So I'm looking forward to it this year. It's on August 4th, I think it starts, in Indianapolis.
Always in Indianapolis, correct?
Since they moved it from
Paris.
in Wisconsin. What's the city?
Madison?
No.
Milwaukee?
Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Okay.
I went to the last year it was in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Yeah, super cool.
Indianapolis, great city.
Yeah, well, it's
They call it the jewel of something.
The jewel of northern
gated
Indiana.
communities.
it is a great convention city because if you're they showed the math when they moved Gen Con from Milwaukee to Indianapolis. It was a big dramatic moment. People
boy.
were like, "You're destroying the past," blah blah blah. It was 20 years ago. Nobody gives a shit now. But,
Well, I mean, Milwaukee's a fucking wasteland now that Gen Con's no longer there.
Man, thank God these nerds don't watch Star Wars.
and the argument they made was that 1/3 of the U.S. population lives within an 8-hour drive of Indianapolis. And so you open up yourself to this much larger part of the country, and it had like thousands of more hotel rooms.
Yeah, and
than
everybody
Milwaukee.
loves Peyton Manning.
Yeah, this was pre-Peyton, but
Yeah, Indianapolis is like 30% hotel.
yeah, huge hotel. It's funny though. The first Gen Con I went to in Indianapolis. When did the Colts move to Indy?
I think it was in the 80s.
It was
They
a
moved
big,
from Baltimore.
Yeah, it was a big deal that they left Baltimore, right? Yeah.
I thought it was the 80s.
Anyway,
I was in grad school.
I had no idea that the football stadium and the Indianapolis Convention Center were the same thing at that point. They're separated now. And so I was walking to this board game, this World War II game, and I was super stoked about it. And I walked past this row of glass doors, and there was a football field. Obviously, no, I was like the only one that cared. Every other nerds were just walking by.
Yeah.
They play on the field now. There's games out there. It's pretty cool.
Baltimore Colts moved to Indianapolis March 28th, 1984.
1984.
And they did it in the middle of the night. They didn't
I
tell
remember that,
anyone
yeah.
in Baltimore they were leaving. They packed
Yeah.
up everything and just left.
Also, state capital, Indianapolis. Located, it's Marion County, Indiana.
Okay.
Fun facts with Corey.
The 2020 census has their population at 977,642.
I bet it chaps their ass that they're not at 1 million.
Well, they're the 18th largest city by land area.
Oh, really?
They got a flag.
So we open on the All Striker. They have a flag. The Allstriker is ripping hell across the tundra. Snow's flying everywhere. The engine is roaring. There's giant holes in the front of the Allstriker. Barjog is at the wheel. Lizard Lips is on the gun. He's got it turned back around to shoot at the Rattler that is closing in on them.
Hey, man, I just want to let you know I've been waiting for the perfect time to do this, and I think the time is now. Barjog reaches into his pocket and pulls out what looks like a handful of brown dust or dirt and throws it into his mouth.
Oh, my God. What
Jesus Christ.
what did he just take?
Psilocybin mushrooms.
Okay.
Just what you need for a climactic battle.
Lizard Lips eats a Werther's.
So in the cockpit of the Rattler, Stratoviper pilot Chris Riley, his perfectly coiffed hair.
With this guy.
Beneath his Stratoviper helmet, of course. He has a new Televiper in the gunner position. Now they're mine. The Rattler closes in, the gun spins up, and we roll initiative.
I love how this game, we just start with initiative every time, and it goes throughout the duration.
Barjog rolled a 6.
Lizard Lips got a 9.
Chris Riley rolled a 25.
Well,
Oh, real quick, how many story points do each of you have?
2.
6.
5.
I have 6 as well, Corey.
Okay.
I'm going to spend one. To fire the gun as if specialized. Now, the Rattler is firing against the Allstriker, which is smaller than it. So it's normally he would roll 2d20 and d8 because he has an edge. But it's downshifted twice, so it's going to be d4.
Why is it downshifted?
Because the Allstriker is smaller than the Rattler.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot
Yeah.
about the size thing. God damn it. Shit.
Todd, what is that?
It's cool. It's cool, Corey.
It'll be all right, man.
It's to your advantage. Todd, what is the evasion?
18.
What's the toughness?
12.
17. So a line of bullets bracket the sides of the Allstriker, blowing up snow, chipping the paint, but you guys don't take any damage. It is Lizard Lips' turn.
I'm on the gun. Is
Yeah.
that correct? It's a big gun, right?
What's the gun, Todd, on the
It's
Allstriker?
a 70 millimeter automatic rocket launcher.
You know, like every kid has at home. Second Amendment.
Okay, I'll shoot a rocket.
I use mine for deer hunting.
Well,
Yeah, you're okay. You're going to shoot a rocket, so you're going to upshift twice because the Rattler is a lot bigger.
sounds reasonable. My targeting's a D2.
What's the range on that weapon, Todd?
200 feet.
Downshift 1. So upshift 1 overall.
Make it a D4.
There you go. You're trying to hit a 21.
Oh.
I know.
That's a 17. Lizard Lips doesn't like guns.
Yeah, rockets fly past the Rattler. Riley easily dodges them. Todd, hog.
I don't mind telling you, shit's starting to get a little weird up here. For some ungodly reason, I feel like listening to Tool. I never want to listen to fucking Tool.
So, Todd, who's the most important person to Barjog that's dead?
That would be Dimebag Darrell from Pantera.
Why do they call him Dimebag?
No reason. He always had a bag full of dimes and he'd throw them to the children.
Anyway, Barjog, the mushrooms are kicking in. He's going to try to use the Force to commune with the Force ghost of Dimebag Darrell from the band Pantera and see if he can get some assistance.
Yeah, he doesn't have to commune long. There's a pair of cowboy boots propped up on the dash. Dimebag is leaning back in the passenger seat, lighting a cigarette, and he just looks at Barjog and nods.
God bless you, brother. Thank you for being here.
There's nowhere else I'd rather be, brother.
You're welcome.
Dimebag, this is my bro, Lizard Lips. Lizard Lips, say hi to Dimebag.
Mr. Bag?
He's sitting right here next to me.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Lizard Lips sees nothing.
Must be some kind of angel.
You goddamn right about that, son. All right, Dimebag, we're in a bit of a pickle here. You got any advice to get us out of here?
Ride the lightning, brother.
Oh, boy.
Barjog says, you got it, brother. And he reaches a hand up through the sky and, like, literally tries to call down lightning.
Fucking Jesus.
So, you can take a story point for doing nothing.
Okay, cool.
Being completely distracted by your art.
Just keeps driving.
Drive west towards the sun. We can blind this pilot.
All right, gonna drive towards the sun. Here we go. I'm gonna turn us from south to west. Oh, hell yeah. We're going to follow that wizard fella up there.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Barge Hog's head. It's much more lush and green. There's a lot more trees. There's hobbits crawling all over the All-Striker, dressed like maintenance men.
Lizard Lips is going to choose to ignore most of this.
So the Rattler's coming back in with its missiles. He's going to aim this time. Oh, I spent another story point. We're going to roll as a specialized because that's fun. For the
Is he
kids.
blinded by the sun?
No.
Well, fuck.
Damn it.
He's in a 6th-generation fighter with advanced radar and targeting data. He could close his eyes,
Oh, yeah, well, I know judo.
which he does because he's Chris Riley.
Okay.
How's a 19 feel, Todd?
Well, our evasion is 18.
Can I use a story point to add 1 point of defense to the vehicle we're in?
You can.
If we're on defense, we win, right? If we tie?
Yes.
I
Yeah,
do.
you can add a point after rolling, yes.
I do that.
Awesome.
2 short-range missiles fly out from the Rattler, streaking towards the All-Striker. And how does Lizard Lips get Barge Hog to dodge?
Turn. I say.
Barge Hog, in his mind, he sees Lenny Kravitz dressed in a shark costume, telling him to turn. So Barge Hog turns, and the missiles hit where the All-Striker was only seconds before.
Hey, Lizard Lips, pretty sure we're being attacked by ghosts.
It's the Rattler, sir. He's been after us for many a years now.
Oh, yeah, Rattler, ghost rattlers, holy shit.
You just keep driving. I'll start shooting.
Ah, man, nothing like being chased by the ghost of dead rattlesnakes.
Oh, Lord.
All right, it's your turn, Corey.
I shoot. And I'm trying for a 21 again.
Yeah, remember, you can aim.
Oh, yeah. I never have to because I'm always with swords.
Right.
So I aim. I do that.
With one of your 14 free actions.
Yes. So that makes it a D6.
And you can have an edge because Barge Hog swings back into the sun. And just for a moment, it is an inconvenience.
That's a 22.
Shit.
That's it. That's sufficient. How much damage does the All-Striker's gun do?
35.
It does definitely does not.
1 sharp damage.
Everything is 1 sharp. A rocket versus a nunchuck is 1 sharp.
No, the nose cannon on the Rattler's 2 damage.
That's great.
Well, now wait. He rolled a 20 on the 20-sided die, but that's you only get a crit on the action die, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Shit.
Yeah, so rockets streak out, exploding around the Rattler, shrapnel perforating the hull, and we cut to Thule Air Base. Heretic is in a happy place, a warm place. He just cuddled up for the night and is fast asleep, and there's just this ringing, though. He can't quite get back to sleep because he was in a building that exploded. He wakes up in a pile of rubble, fire everywhere. The interrogation room is gone. Sparks is gone. Firefly's gone. There's airmen in various poses of death. Major Wallace is nearby, covered in blood and rubble, coughing wetly. And there's alarm bells going off deeper inside the security building.
So Heretic racks the slide on his assault rifle and keeps it out and ready. And he crosses to Major Wallace and shakes him.
He coughs up some blood, looks up at you, blinks. It's pretty clear to you that if he doesn't have some kind of medical attention, he will die.
Yeah.
He looks at you and grabs your hand and says, he said something about the radar tower.
All right, let's get you out of here first. And Heretic just kind of grabs him roughly by the scruff of his dress blues and drags him along as he looks around for an exit to the steps leading up. Because we're down in an underground area of Thule, right?
Yeah, you're in
More of a crater.
the crater now. Yeah.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see sky at this point. So, Austin, you're going to need to make a brawn roll.
Okay.
I'm sure you're really good at it.
I don't have any brawn, so just rolling for a snag on that one.
Yes. So, you're looking for a 10.
Ooh, that's a 15 and a 5.
So, you get Wallace up. His blood is all over you. And you're carrying him through the wrecked portions of this building. Fires everywhere. Things are falling in. You get to a stairwell where you're about to get out, but you're pretty sure he just stopped breathing. So essentially the failure consequence there is if you don't administer some effective medical attention, Wallace will die.
All right. Heretic has an ability called Forage, which is something that would be inconvenient in a surrounding that is on fire.
Let me forage through the rubble of this burned out building.
Right.
Gist of the skill is you can make a survival roll and spend 10 minutes, which is ill-advised to
Yes.
me to try and put together some kind of standard kit, whether it's a medical kit, a communications kit. But that's going to be really the only alternative that I have, other than just rolling. What would the roll be? Science?
Yeah, it's science.
Okay, I do have a science skill after our most recent level up, so I'm just going to give it a try.
Now, your forage ability, does it just work? Obviously, it takes 10 minutes, which is too long, but you don't have to. Do you have to roll anything for that?
Yeah, I'd still have to roll survival.
Okay, I mean, I'll say if you want to spend a story point, you can do it fast. Basically, just ransack the nearest room for medical supplies.
Okay,
or-
yeah, I'll try to do that. So, Heretic just kind of lets Wallace flop back on the ground because he's kind of a dick. But yeah, I'll spend
Okay.
a story point and just basically make a survival check then.
Yes.
So that's a D4. It's a 17.
Oh yeah, yeah. So you find a
Handful of broken glass. And you
handful of
cram it in
broken
there.
glass. There's a little medical suite, probably for people that were too intensely interrogated. This isn't a black site.
Jesus.
Yeah, and so you have a medical kit that you can use
All right.
for your science.
So Heretic runs back to Wallace and, I don't know, wraps him in some tape or something. I don't know. What the fuck's wrong with him?
Well, he has multiple contusions, lots of bruising around the upper pectoral,
High cholesterol.
high cholesterol. His triglycerides are a little high.
A little bit of heartburn.
And there's a massive steel bar through his chest.
All right. So let's pull that out and we're going to jam some gauze in there.
So you've got a medical kit, and you can expend it to gain an up one tick.
All right,
on your
so that would
roll.
bring my science up to D4. I'm also looking around in the kit for any sleeping pills of any kind.
Do I have 2 PCs with addiction problems?
Because that's what Firefly said could possibly cure the mind madness or whatever it was.
Sure, they're sleeping pills.
Cool.
Some antihistamines. You know.
Yeah, Heretic pockets those.
There's some of that spray breath freshener in there. You
Yeah, nice.
Is that a thing anymore? I've not seen any of those in years.
What is it, Banaka or something?
Banaka, yeah.
Yeah.
I have not either. No.
I would say Lizard Lips probably carries some on him.
That's very lizard lips, yeah. All right, roll your science.
Well. Sorry, Adam. I rolled a 7.
You're pretty sure you completely healed him.
Cool.
Yeah, he's fine, you think.
All right.
All right, so what's he doing now?
Wallace?
Yeah.
He's fine, you think.
Okay, that part's done. I'll be back.
Oh, you're going to leave him in the burning building?
No,
Well, if
I'm,
he was alive, he would
no,
die.
I'm gonna pick him back up and I'll carry him out.
Heretic busts out of the security depot and into the light. The sun is setting. There's smoke everywhere. People running, screaming. In the distance, some other building explodes.
Heretic keeps a close eye out for sparks anywhere.
You don't see sparks. You do see a medical team that you can hand Wallace over to.
You better start looking for other wounded people and try to help them as well, Austin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta spread the goodness.
Let's just make this whole episode about that.
A very special episode of Pester Quest.
So
And no one gets saved. They all fuck.
they're all actually dead.
He makes it worse.
So a nurse in combat fatigues, ash on her face, and somebody else's blood, takes Wallace from you, puts him on a stretcher, starts asking you, how was he injured? You see Powell on her name tag.
Heretic says, well, I pulled a big metal bar out of his torso.
She looks at the wound, and there's gauze just crudely. You pulled it out? That was probably the only thing stopping him from dying of immediate blood loss.
Well, I did it.
Well,
Yeah.
This man needs an immediate blood transfusion, or he's going to die. What's
Well-
your blood type?
O positive. Of
Perfect.
course.
And she grabs you. She's transfusing your blood into Major Wallace so he doesn't die. But you roll everything with a snag for the rest of the session.
It's my fucking blood bag.
that's what you get.
Or you let him die. You let a Patreon member die.
It's hardly the worst thing we've done to them.
That's hard to say.
What's the setup here for the rest of the game? Am I just tethered to this spot?
No, she's taking a blood transfusion right now, and then you're going to go chase Firefly, I assume.
Oh, okay. I got you. Okay, so I'm not.
Yeah.
dragging
This isn't Mad Max.
I'm not dragging
Jesus.
his fucking gurney around shooting with
No,
one hand.
what
That's
are
what
you
I was
talking about?
That's what I was envisioning. Is just like he's pulling the bed
God
in
damn
one
fucking-
hand.
You're just
gun
gonna
in the
roll
other.
with a snag because you're weak because you just gave a man a pint of your blood.
Okay.
Good Lord, it's
And-
not.
and
Witness
also-
me.
But you'll probably get a cookie and some juice.
I mean, yeah.
You know what? Yeah, I'll try for the
Okay,
transfusion.
you get a story point.
All right.
All the rest of your rolls for the rest of the session are at a snag.
And from now on, you have to try to save every non-player character that we ever come across.
Yeah. So Sergeant Powell.
Well, this is the major.
Yeah, but who cares?
She takes your blood and then pushes you away. I've got other things to do and wheels him off.
All right. Thanks, pal.
It's Patreon member Amanda Powell.
Thank you, Amanda, for your service.
Yeah, thank you for helping me screw over one of these losers. We cut back to the snowy tundra. Barge Hog is driving in circles.
Oh boy. Can you give us an idea of the lay of the land here? Like what?
So
what
you
is
guys,
happening?
you guys are a dozen miles or so from Thule.
Sure.
And in the distance, you can see. I mean, this is the Arctic, so there's vast sight lines. There are no trees,
Okay.
and you can see the Thule in the distance, and you see the occasional blossom of fire. And you were making your way back that. Of course, you've been evading the Rattler and what.
Oh,
have
we
you.
are driving in that direction.
Yeah, that was your original. We started in that direction.
Okay.
I mean, I assume the Allstriker's not been driving in a straight line. It's been
No, probably not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bobbing and weaving.
It's been evading.
even without the mushrooms. It would have been smart to.
Sure.
Hey, Lizard Lips.
Yes.
Man, I was just communing with the spirit of Dutch Mantell, and he informed me that Vic Tayback, who played Mel on that Alice TV show back in the day, was actually a former member of the Knights Templar, and he's now a eternal being who is guarding the Holy Grail.
I see.
Ain't that some shit?
I think it's very interesting there, Bartog.
So in the cockpit of the Rattler, we hear that coming over Riley's headphones because the Televiper, of course, hacked into your communications, and Chris Riley turns on his communication. The Televiper says, "What is wrong with these men?" Televiper, "I'm not sure, sir, but I'm guessing that guy's tripping balls." Todd, it's your turn.
Barchog puts the pedal to the metal and just keeps driving. As he's doing that, he yells at Lizard Lips and says, "Hey, man, you know what I just figured out?
No.
There's no self. We are just a universe experiencing itself over and over again."
In the cockpit of the Rattler, Riley turns off his radio.
Yes, that's very nice. Let's get back to the Thule.
Okay, Todd. So we're gonna cut to the chase. We're not gonna follow initiative strictly. We're gonna assume if you make a good driving test that you guys can evade most of the Rattler's attacks before you get back to Thule. Now this will be a difficult roll. Driving,
High on shrooms.
target number 18.
And
Okay.
I assume I could help him in this too.
You can, sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
I do that.
Shooting rockets.
Yeah, just shooting him blindly.
Yeah. So he's assisting you, which means you can get an edge or an uptick, whichever you prefer.
My driving is D4. I'll bump that up to a D6. God damn it, it's a 15. Oh,
So he's gonna get another attack on you. He flies overhead and prepares to drop his cluster bombs. So that's a 19.
Ouch.
That's 2 sharp damage to the Allstriker,
Jeez.
which is at,
7 health.
so it's down to 5. So bomblets dropping out of the belly of the Rattler, exploding all around you, snow and dirt flying. You guys are cut up, just mild lacerations, nothing serious. Smoke pouring out of the Allstriker's front end.
Oh man, I can't believe we're being attacked by flying piranha.
Yes, that hurt a little bit, but we'll find a damp washcloth when we get back to the base.
Corey, it's your turn.
Thanks. So where is the Rattler in relation to us at this point?
The Rattler is right at this point. He's above you. He just fired his cluster bombs. He passed by and he's circling back to meet you head on, probably to fire his nose cannon at you.
Okay, when he's above us dropping cluster bombs, how far away is he?
Why? What are you planning to do?
Because I'm assuming some kind of mechanism opens to drop the cluster bombs. If it's close enough, I want to try to launch a rope and board the plane.
Yeah, I mean,
Of course.
Okay.
yeah, I mean, he's at 1,000 feet with the cluster bombs, but like you could this is G.I. Joe. They probably have a specialized rocket with a line on it that you could like attach to your belt.
Right, it's like Hawkeye. There's like an arrow for
Yeah,
everything.
yeah. And so you could shoot. He's passed by, and he's obviously going to circle back around. But you could shoot him, and if you hit him, it could pull you aboard. Obviously, won't do damage.
Okay, I'm searching through the rockets. Oh, that's not the grapple rocket. Oh, that one's got an umbrella on it. Oh, there's the old grapple rocket. So I insert.
Barchog hands him a flashlight and says, "Here, use this magic wand."
No need, my good friend. I have very excellent night vision. It's the carrots.
Use a story point to have a grapple rocket.
Okay, I will do that. Oh, yeah, because you can use a story point to temporarily gain access to minor gear in a scene.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So roll to fire. Roll to hit him.
Okay, am I using targeting still?
Yeah. So the rocket's gonna hit him. The question is how soft
grapple?
a landing you have.
Okay, can I use my acrobatics in that? Or perhaps...
If you flub the roll, you'll have a chance to use your acrobatics.
Okay. All right, so...
To not get sucked into an engine.
Okay, so targeting. Is there a target number?
So you can just target his toughness because he's not in a position to evade right now, so 19.
Jesus.
It is a jet.
You're a jet.
Thank you.
Nope. That's a 6.
So you fire the rope rocket. The steel wire is attached to your ninja harness.
Yes, that...
The rocket shoots out, and Lizard Lips is crouched on the top of the All Striker. Like the moment it hits, he's essentially going to go limp and let it pull him.
Yes.
And the rocket hits, and then at that moment, Barge Hog driving sees a wildebeest dressed like Lon Chaney 20 feet ahead. He screams and swerves, and that throws Lizard Lips off the All Striker, spinning through the air. Then the rocket hits, yanks you forward. You need to make an acrobatics to not get ripped in half.
Okay. Oh, Titwillow, I scream.
So acrobatics 14.
Okay, I have a D12 in acrobatics.
No, you should be fine.
I hope wherever the spirit of Mary Lou Retton is in heaven, she helps me now. She dead?
No.
Oh, okay. 20.
So the Rattler banks and like a fish attached to the fishing rod of a sugar rushing 8-year-old
Jesus.
being drug around to Central Park. Lizard Lips is flying through the air behind the Rattler, and gradually the rope rocket reels you in. And on your turn, you'll be on the tail of the Rattler. Todd, it's Barchog's turn. Lizard Lips just disappeared. You have no idea where he went.
Barchog turns around and immediately thinks that Lizard Lips has been raptured.
Yeah. Don't worry. In the gunner seat, in the gunner position is Jack Nicholson.
All right.
From The Shining.
Oh, God. I wish I could have seen that.
Lizard Lips actually stops the All Striker, says, "You take it from here, Jack," and he gets out of the All Striker, strips down naked once again, and starts doing snow angels.
Okay.
Oh, God. Man, I had such a good plan for when the All Striker got back to Thule.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Yeah, I mean, they're about 15 feet outside the main base at this point. So there's some very concerned MPs. So back on Thule, amidst the burning buildings and the explosions, Heretic is what?
Staggering out of the medical building, having just given a pint of blood, and he hears the rumble of the All Striker approaching in the distance. It's weaving in a concerning fashion, and right behind it is the Rattler.
Yeah, you see the Rattler just go shrieking over Thule, and you're fairly certain there's somebody being dragged behind it. Like,
Yeah,
on
it looks like it's carrying one of those like banners at first, but then I see the shimmer of a ninja sword and think, "Oh my God!"
Hello.
So I start looking around in a panic for the All Striker, because in my mind, the All Striker is what we need to just take out the radar tower and take it out of the equation.
So you can see you're some distance from the main gate. You can see the All Striker stopped, the engine smoking, and you can kind of tell that Barchog is on the ground. You can't tell what he's doing, but you see two MPs holding their guns, pointing their guns toward him, demanding something. You don't know what.
So I run toward the scene.
You run towards the scene of the crime. Barchog is naked, doing snow angels, and one of them, "Put your pants back on, sir!"
Hold your fire! Hold your fire!
Oh, hey, Heretic. Crosby, Stills, Nash, whoever the fuck you are, put them guns down. Let me tell you something. I was just talking to God, who, by the way, is Ronnie James Dio, because Dio spelled backwards is God. Anyway.
Hog, let me guess. Acid?
Shrooms. Anyway, he just imparted me with some knowledge that we are all one. There is no self. We are just one consciousness experiencing itself over and over again, and that's a beautiful thing. You know why? Because that means we are all Jerry the King Lawler, and Jerry the King Lawler is us.
I find that very interesting, and we're going to sit down and talk and have a philosophical discussion about that later. But do you think we all, as one, could put on our fucking clothes for just a second and finish this battle?
All right, yeah, I'll put my clothes back on.
All right, so Heretic turns back to the soldiers holding Barge Hog at gunpoint and says, "You, turn your attention toward that rattler that just flew over the base. There's a man on the wing of that plane." Been waiting to say that for a long time.
So we get back.
Barge Hog puts his clothes back on. He looks at Heretic and goes, "How you like my Power Ranger suit?"
What?
He's just dressed in his normal clothes.
We can say that because it's another Hasbro brand.
That's true.
is.
Yeah.
So back
it's
on
canon.
back on the Rattler, Lizard Lips has just pulled himself up on the tail fin. What's your next move?
I stab it. No. Is there a way into the plane?
Okay, so the Rattler it doesn't have an interior such that it has a cockpit like a jet fighter.
Okay.
And it has a gun turret on top.
Okay.
Now those are not centrally connected. There's no interior. Like you get into the turret from the exterior to get into the cockpit from the exterior. And fortunately, the turret is not pointed your direction, so the Televiper inside it does not see you.
Yeah, because I'm hiding in the shadow of the wing. Yeah. So one of the pieces of equipment that we're automatically given in pretty much every mission is a tactical backpack.
Yes.
Does that have any kind of like climbing gear or something I could use to like move up the plane?
Yeah, sure.
I mean,
It probably would have climbing spikes in it.
yeah, I mean, I
I
can
would say
use,
your ninja outfit
Well,
probably has some stuff on it, too.
well, I can use my knife as well, so to kind of stab my way up there.
Yeah, it would have climbing, especially the ninja. I'm sure the ninja kit comes with climbing spikes, so they
Yeah.
can scurry up trees like rodents.
Tactical backpack has like I mean, there's probably caltrops in there.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not good on the moving plane. The old caltrops.
But yeah, well, this is G.I. Joe. We'll assume you have some mechanism by which you can crawl up the fuselage of the plane.
Okay, I will do that.
So let's say you could crawl up with all your free movements pushed into actions, and this is obviously difficult terrain of the most extreme kind.
Yeah, but the way of judo will help me.
You could probably get to the turret.
Okay, I do that.
Okay. Crawl up the plane, wind whipping past you. It's freezing cold. And you get to the turret and you can see a Televiper in there monitoring communications and looking at radar things, just in his own little world. He's got AirPods in.
Okay, I'm going to take my katana Chickadee and
I forgot about that.
and stab through the glass. I'm sure he's encased in glass of some kind.
Yeah, it's a glass canopy.
Yeah, using my judo, I'm going to stab.
Okay.
The way of judo, murder.
That is the motto of judo.
What would I use on this?
I think this would be might because you're trying to break through the glass.
Okay, I will use my might, which is a D8.
And this guy has no idea you're there, so you have an edge.
Okay. That's an 18.
Well, his toughness is 13, so...
Got him.
So what's it look like when Lizard Lips murders this man?
So holding onto his knife, which is stuck in the plane with one hand, he holds Chickadee high to the sky like Mjolnir, but lightning does not come.
Sure.
So he thrusts it. He does a spin with it because I used to be in the Color God. He's quite good at spinning things. Came in 4th place in the state finals. That damn Gerald Fitzsimmons again.
Gerald Fitzsimmons has got to show up in Cobra.
Oh, yeah.
He brings down the katana into the back of this guy's head, out through the front of his head,
Yeah,
the
so
mouth area.
there's just a blood splatter on the inside of the canopy. He's dead. You can open the canopy, do what you wish.
I shall do that.
Does Chris Riley know this is happening?
He just sees an alert, canopy open, and he's trying to talk to the Televiper. Hey, what's your status?
Lizard Lips grabs the communicator and goes, "Everything fine up here. This is Cobra." It's his Cobra voice.
So, roll your deception.
Okay.
Might have been better if he just hadn't said anything.
It's going to be pretty hard.
Okay, Mr. fucking House MD.
I mean, that's fair.
He's got you there. Yeah.
Okay, my deception is a D4. That's an 11.
Okay. The plane immediately starts barrel rolling.
But using another free action, I closed the lid.
Oh, you crawl into the turret?
Yeah, I'm inside of it because I got in and used the radio and everything.
Okay, so the plane is barrel rolling. You didn't strap in. You're going to need to make some acrobatics to not get concussed.
Okay. Jeez. Acrobatics is a D12.
Yeah, let me roll his driving to see how severe this is.
Sounds good.
Your target is a 22.
Yeah, I did not get that. I got a 12.
He flips like 7 times and your head thumps into the canopy. You think 6 of those.
Ah, dang it.
You're not sure. Everything after that's a little fuzzy. Take 1 health damage.
I'm down to 1.
Back on the ground, Hog and Heretic are by this point back in the All-Striker, and they're going...
Barreling toward the radar tower.
Barreling toward the radar tower at the edge of the airfield.
So anyway, Heretic, God Dio also told me that the next phase of human evolution, we're going to grow horns like narwhals.
Heretic's considering going back to the medical bay and having them take more of his blood out.
You guys pull up to the radar tower. It's this tall tower at the edge of the airfield, completely blacked out, no lights in the observation bay at the top. There's one door going into the stairwell. What's your plan?
All right, Barge Hog. I have a friend I'd like to introduce you to. His name is Firefly, and I think he's up at the top of that tower.
What tower?
So what's Barge Hog see when he looks up at the radar tower?
Barge Hog sees a giant Tyrannosaurus Rex.
You know what? Just follow me.
So you guys get out of the All-Striker, head across to the door of the control tower. Both of you can make alertness rolls.
I was about to say, keep an eye out for booby traps.
Good call.
So Heretic has a D2 alertness.
Barge Hog has no alertness.
Make sure you roll with a snag, Austin,
Okay.
because you saved Wallace.
Well, I rolled a 5.
Well,
Barge Hog rolled a 7.
Austin rolled lower, so Heretic gets to the door first, pulls it open, and that's when you hear the ping,
oh no, a child's tooth.
and the grenade blows up. You both get blown down, lose 1 health.
Okay.
Austin, what are you at right now?
1.
1. Todd, you're at like what, 42?
6.
Parts of your uniforms are on fire. The door is wrapped around a post about 30 feet away. And Austin, you of all things hear your cell phone. Ding. You just got a text message.
I look at it.
King me, bitch.
Barge Hog, what do you say we just blow that fucker up with the All-Striker?
You mean you want me to kill the T-Rex?
Yes, I very much would.
Are there civilians up there?
There would,
Army people?
There would definitely have been airmen stationed in it, for sure.
Oh, so it's more than just...
Austin only cares about officers that rank above him.
Okay,
There
so
would
then
definitely have been
it's not strictly limited to just operations.
Yeah, there would have been a full crew inside.
Okay, well, I guess let's clear the fucking radar tower.
So you guys are heading up the stairs. I feel like you should roll alertness again. I would roll good if I were you.
and shouldn't they be a little more wary this time?
Yeah.
I would think so. So both of you are rolling with snags, but you can each have an up 1 because you are, on the lookout for booby traps.
Okay. 11.
Ooh, both of those were a 16. Oh, and a
Crit?
crit.
Nice. Yeah, you guys disarm 3 more grenade tripwires on your way up the stairwell.
All right.
And you disable the shaped charge on the other side of the door with some cunning use of needle-nose pliers.
But one of those grenades was actually a kid trying to get a tooth
It was.
pulled, and you ruined his fucking day.
Just a morose 5-year-old walking out of the tower with a string still attached to
Sorry,
his tooth.
Tucker.
And you guys are, I assume Heretic is in the lead, easing open the door to the command tower. It's dark, dead quiet, though there is the illumination from various radar control panels. Back on the Rattler.
Uh-oh. Okay, so is the plane, stabilized at this point?
Yeah, for the moment.
Okay, so I'm okay.
Well, you're conscious.
Well, my first move, I'm going to get on the communicator and holler at the boys. Barge Hog, Heretic, it's Lizard Lips.
Lips, where are you?
On the plane.
On what plane?
The big one.
He's on the existential plane. He got raptured. He's currently in Narnia with Lion Jesus, and they're watching a rock concert with Randy Rhoads, Dimebag Darrell, John Bonham, and Jim Morrison on lead vocals. Trust me on this.
No, it's the blue one.
The Rattler.
Correct. Where you fellas up to, LOL?
Lips, if you can get control of that plane, I want you to throw everything you can at this radar tower.
So Heretic and Barjok hear a voice from inside the command room. I'm right here, guys. I can hear you talking in the hallway.
Sparks, is that you?
Not Sparks. It's Firefly. But Sparks is here with me. He wants to say hi. I mean, he's a little tied up right now.
Heretic turns back to his communicator one more time and says, "Don't worry about us, Lips. I want you to take down this tower."
So I guess there weren't personnel up there?
Well, from where they're at, Heretic and Barjok can see the dead bodies.
Oh,
They've
boy.
been shot.
Oh, well.
Blood spilling, pooling on the floor.
Quick, heal them, Heretic.
Fortunately for everyone, Barjok is starting to sober up a little bit.
Barjog bends over and voms.
Get it out. I'll get you some echinacea later.
So you guys inside, you can see in the dark room, there's a guy sitting in a rolling chair, tied up. It's Sparks, and on the other side of him, behind one of the consoles, is Firefly. Back on the Rattler, what are you doing, Corey?
Descending into the shadows.
You are
Of the cockpit.
you are hidden in the gun turret.
Yes. Okay, so there's no way for me to get into the plane from where I'm at?
To the cockpit.
Yeah.
You can do more crawling on the outside of the plane,
I do that.
but he knows you're there, so that'll be fun. So yeah, so you can crawl. It's going to be a hard. You're going to have to roll this time because he is aware you're there and he's accelerating and decelerating to try to throw you out.
Okay, what do I need to roll?
Acrobatics,
Can do.
15.
Okay, I'm going to spend a story point to roll as if specialized,
Okay,
and it's a D12.
so you have a lot of dice.
Yeah. I rolled a 16.
Oh.
No.
Nice.
Lizard Lips again, scrambling up the outside of the plane like a squirrel going up a main cedar. You get to the cockpit, and you can see Riley is twisting his head back to look. He probably heard you clamoring up the side now that he was aware that you were there.
Okay, is there a way for me to get in there? Is there anything I can pop open?
There's an emergency release handle on the outside.
I pull that.
The canopy blows off. The Stratoviper pilot looks back at you. I hate G.I. Joes. It's your turn.
You should never hate anybody until you've met them first, had a conversation, and perhaps some tea. By the way, I'm Lizard Lips. You've been following me for quite a while. If you're a Spanish-speaking gentleman, you can call me Lagarto Labios. So I'm pulling
Yeah.
I'm pulling myself into the plane is my
Sure,
thing. 'Cause
sure.
I need to kill these men.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, you can attack him with your sword.
I do that. I attack Chris Raleigh.
Yeah.
Okay, so my attack is finesse, right?
Yes, sir.
Rolled a 5. Got a 1 on the 20-sided die, and I critted on the other die.
But you rolled a 1.
Yes.
So that's a fumble.
Yeah.
So the plane is soaring through the sky. Lizard Lips raises his katana to stab it down. Chris Riley looks back at him. Enjoy your ride, and pulls the ejection lever. And he shoots out of the plane in his ejection seat. The Rattler immediately begins spiraling towards the ground.
So Chris Raleigh was the only person in the cockpit.
Correct.
Is that correct? I
Yes.
thought there was a Televiper, but that was the gunner?
That was the gunner.
Oh, okay, I see.
So Riley just ejected. You're in the cockpit.
I jump in the co-pilot seat
Okay.
and pull on the steering wheel. Is that what planes have?
This is going to go so well.
Right.
We're going to cut back to the radar tower. One of the radars is going crazy. Apparently there's a plane spiraling towards the ground.
Sparks, are you all right?
There's duct tape over his mouth, and his eyes just kind of roll and goes... Firefly is looking down, presumably on his phone. Says, are either of you guys good at Angry Birds?
I ain't never heard of Angry Birds. Are they metal?
Are you sure you're a G.I. Joe? You seem more like a Dreadnought.
No, sir, I do not have dreadlocks.
So I figure, Heretic, we just wait a little while, and then everything's going to solve itself. I mean, you could come attack me, but then Sparks... he's got a detonator in his hand.
All right, so I'm going to spend one of my 2 story points and get access to some minor gear, which is an EMP grenade.
Cool. What does it look like?
You remember Green Goblin's bombs? I imagine it looking almost just like that, where you just kind of depress the the center light and then roll it wherever you want.
Okay, roll your targeting.
Yeah, but Lizard Lips painted yours to look like a tangerine. Just something I do. It's crafty.
And I assume you're trying to target the bomb on Sparks. Or just wipe out, the electronics in the room or whatever.
Yes, if I can wipe out all the electronics in the room, that would be ideal.
Yeah, you can do that. You don't even have to roll.
Okay. So, as Firefly's talking, Heretic just kind of lobs this thing through the door.
So Firefly is saying something. Oh, what's that? Oh, crap. And then there's this burst of static. Electricity arcs across the room. All the consoles go out. And you hear click, 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 click. And Firefly says, damn it. I'm just going to have to shoot him.
The game we're playing is far more complicated than checkers, asshole.
And we cut to the Rattler, which has Lizard Lips in it, and it's nose diving towards the ground.
Yeah, pull it up.
So you're going to try to drive the Rattler?
Sure.
Do you have driving?
Nope.
So with a snag.
Okay, so rolling with a snag, my driving. It's a 2.
Oh.
Is that good enough?
So you're pulling back on the stick because that's what you do, and it snaps off.
Oh, boy. Gee willikers.
So you're maybe 20 seconds from hitting the ground. What does Lizard Lips do?
Yeah, I guess the only thing to do is to get off the plane.
That would...
I will do that. And
That's preferable.
yeah. And using my judo. Judo's the dumbest shit.
Judo's really flexible, I've learned from this game.
Yes. I'm going to try to time it to where I jump out at the right moment to land on the ground and acrobat away.
Oh, man. Okay. So acrobatics 20.
Okay, and I'm going to use another story point. I'm glad I stockpiled these fuckers.
It helps to have a lot of story points if you're acrobating down a plane.
Yeah, I'm going to try to kind of Legolas, off of an Oliphant. Slide off. Just skate down it like I was Oksana Bayol. It's a 22.
Nice.
So the Rattler's going down. The stick is broken. Lizard Lips, desperate to save himself. You can see it's the math equations going out around like in the Zach Galifianakis meme, except it's just different ninja kicks and flips.
Yeah. He also sees the face of his sweetheart, Molly Tom Bohannon. Wants to get back to her in Canada.
He jams the katana where the stick should be and manages to get the plane a little bit level so that when it is sweeping down in this death arc, it's just scraping the tops of the buildings and slowing down. And just before it plows into one of the barracks, he does this backflip out of the cockpit, tumbles down the back of the fuselage, twists in midair, and sticks to landing as the plane slams into a building and explodes.
And I do one of those acrobatic where I put my hands in the air.
Perfect.
With the explosion behind you.
Perfect dismount.
I did not anticipate that happening this session.
Well,
You know what? That makes all of us.
Inside the control room, all the control panels have gone dead. Firefly's pulling a weapon. What are Heretic and Barchog doing?
Barchog, can you save Sparks?
Barchog is also pulling a weapon.
A gun, I hope.
Yeah, he's pulling out the cowboy from hell.
Oh, okay.
Shotgun.
So Heretic has his gun out already, so
Okay.
I'm going to see if I can make a surprise attack to cover Barchog, to see if I can give him cover enough to try to get to Sparks.
Well, let's roll initiative real quick for you guys in Firefly.
All right?
17.
21.
Austin, your turn.
Yep. So I'm rolling with a snag. I'm not trying to hit him, I don't care if I hit him or not, though. I just want to give Barchog cover. So I'm taking aim, and that's going to upshift me to a D8. I have one more story point. I'm going to go ahead and roll that and use that and roll as if specialized.
Okay.
Oh, no.
So normally I would've-
Did you score lower than the number of dice you rolled?
I did. So normally I would have rolled pretty awesome, but since I'm rolling with a snag, since I gave blood, I got a 1 on my other D20.
Oh, no. The assault rifle roars, bullets blasting through consoles and chairs. Firefly throws himself behind a desk. Barchog, it's your turn.
Barchog is going to try to shoot Firefly with his cowboy from hell shotgun.
Okay.
He says, "Hey, Mr. Firefly, I'm gonna cancel you just like he did that there TV show." And It's a 14.
The shotgun roars, takes out a chunk of the desk Firefly is hiding behind. He vaults backwards over another row of consoles. It is his turn. He looks up, waves at you guys, and sprints and jumps out a window. There's a sound of breaking glass, and you see a rappelling line spooling out behind him. You hear something similar from Sparks. He gets up, runs towards the nearest window, looks back, says, "Sorry about this, guys," and he jumps out. And then you hear beep, 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 beep. It's the emergency generator coming back on. The command center powers back up. All the radars start coming online, and you guys immediately notice all the radar screens are just full of incoming aircraft. Lizard Lips, outside, you look up, the burning rattler behind you. The sun is set from the east. The sky is full of Cobra aircraft. We'll end there.
Jesus.
Can I shoot a bow at it? Real quick?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so next week will be the big battle at Thule, and that will probably end this arc
Awesome.
Hold on, you mean Sparks was a heel?
the entire time.
God damn it.
If only we had clues.
Well, I'll tell you what. I had an empty pistol all ready to give to Sparks for this session if I
Nice.
found him, and was gonna wait and see if he tried to turn it on me.
Oh, he definitely would have. Yeah. I mean, there were clues.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, quite a bit.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, yeah.
I was
yeah,
going to
yeah.
say, like, good job, fellas.
Yeah, I didn't roll successfully this entire game, but we still stopped what Firefly was trying to do.
Well, what he was
Did
trying
we?
to do was turn off the radar. So you shooting the control tower would have actually done that.
Oh, see, I thought he was trying to broadcast that signal.
No.
Oh, okay.
Cobra's taking out Thule.
No.
I mean, don't worry. The siren will sing next session.
Oh, right.
But it's going to be in the midst of a massive air assault.
Well, all right.
Thanks to our Patreon members, there were a couple. Chris
Yes.
Riley, most notoriously in this episode.
Chris Riley,
Yeah.
Adam Wallace, Amanda Powell.
Amanda Powell was a nurse that took all of Austin's blood. Thank you, Amanda.
Yes, thank you. Thank you to our sponsor, Barrel and Bond at 100 Broadway, downtown Paducah. And thank you to, we have a new sponsor, y'all.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Panacea Juicery.
Oh, awesome.
Yes.
Does this mean we get juice?
No.
They're in Lone Oak.
Panacea Juicery, located in Heath Health Foods. That's in Lone Oak in Paducah, Kentucky. As 3530 Lone Oak Road. Cold pressed juices, smoothies. It's some damn good juice. I'll just go ahead and tell you that.
And you can find them lots of different places. I've gotten them at Midtown Market before.
Yeah, they're all over God's creation.
And you can mix it with bourbon.
They, you know what? I haven't tried it, but I bet they'd be damn good with some vodka.
Now, they wanted to sponsor our show because of our focus on health.
Yes.
Obviously.
That's what I thought.
So from here on out, whenever we do a check on our health, it will be the Panacea Health Check.
It is.
Yes.
It is now.
We all get an upshift
Yeah,
every time
yeah.
we try to.
We weren't, but now we are.
We all at least have a survival of D2 now.
Yes.
You didn't drink your juice, health down by 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Wow.
this is probably the penultimate episode of the G.I. Joe arc. I think next week will be the final episode. And then after that, we have some One Ring coming and Star Wars,
It's more Octun Cthulhu.
probably.
Yeah. We
got
got
a
a
lot.
ton of shit coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. The G.I. Joe, I think we started off saying it was going to be one of the longer campaigns, kind of like Dune, but we're definitely going to surpass Dune in episode numbers. But
Oh, yeah.
everybody has had nice things to say about it, so thank you guys for listening a whole lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We're glad you liked it. It's been one of my favorites. Goddamn.
Yeah, and I assume, if we all survive, we'll come back and play this again for damn sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Might be a little bit, but
it's G.I. Joe. You're fine unless you're named Duke.
yeah.
So thanks. I'm Kyle.
I'm Todd.
Corey.
I'm Austin.
Hi, kids. Firefly here. To talk about something really important. Safety in your home bomb making. Explosive materials are nothing to horse around with. You should always wear safety goggles and rubber gloves when mixing explosive compounds. Plus, make sure the batteries in your detonators are new and charged. Old batteries can cause premature detonations. which is a good way to bring down the wrath of you-know-who. That's right, your mom. She'll be really upset if you accidentally spark your homemade Semtex before you get it packed into those nail-filled lunchboxes.
Oh, God.
So be careful. And now you know, because we told you, because you're an idiot. Hail Cobra.